And away we go.
Interesting.
Compared to Maresca, Luna's voice just doesn't cut it.
Prepare for battle.
Victory.
And what is this set from Luna? She looks like a snail. The fuck?
What is that lizard? Where is it? Mount of the Raid-Forged Rider. Let's have a zoom in on this. She's very purpley. What is that? Well, it's leaping around, bouncing out. I have no idea. Thanks for stopping, Luna. Well, it's roaring like a beast. That's definitely not a snake. Some kind of weird lizard creature. Mixed with a boar. It's one of the Borises. That's what happens when you breed Borises.
When Beastmaster allows or wants to make money off his Boris.
Yeah, you know, you combine the lion with a tiger, you get a liger. I can't remember which way around it is. I think it's a female tiger and a male lion, whichever. It doesn't matter, honestly. But what is this? A male Boris and a female what? Harambe Chen mount? Or Disruptor mount, that's what it is. It's a Boris mixed with a Disruptor mount. That's what they've bred together. As we need our GG bet odds up. Bobtor. Get ourselves pretty close. 1.6 for Chicken Fighters, 2.25 now for Team Unique, as the Bounty Rune battles will not begin. We will be left with serenity and peace. This is Traxxas, though, on the other hand, gonna get tapped by the Fortune's End. And a couple of clicks out of Seneko. Punch him.
Seneko, only one tango. I mean, he has a full headdress. If they can get a first blood on the bottom, they planted an observer ward. That's what they want to do. Try to get the first blood. All right, he's just gonna TP top. Like no shenanigans.
Already up there helping out Charlie. So BZZ, Mars, Vanscore, Chen, Charlie, Troll with Seneko, Oracle top. Supreme, TA mid. The Sideblade Splash is already doing a great job chipping away at 19 Dragon Knight. And down bottom, Citrax Luna we've seen with Illusion, Shadow Demon, Saberlight, and Era, your Underlord, and Winter Wyvern. And I'm just eyes in on this mid lane. Supreme doing a great job getting that spill damage going. Somehow Saberlight getting a courier snipe down bottom. A misplay by Illusion.
I don't know, like 296 movement speed, Underlord getting a courier kill. Not what you would expect.
Definitely not. Oh, good CS secure from the DK. 4-1 against TA's 3-1. And yeah, it's bonus armor from Dragonblood. I thought so. So it's not going to be as good with the Luna passive. Still good, but not as good. Imagine having Luna with TB. Whew.
19, my
Is he dead?
One more side blend.
Holy shit, yeah.
There's nothing more missing.
Well, I'm glad I was watching mid. Supreme really on the money. Getting the tips as well. Very well played. Templar Assassin doing exceptionally well. That is such a morale booster as well, right? You're getting first blood. It's a solo kill. Your CS lead now starting to advance. Your laning stage. And that's, 19 before he cracks level 3. That second point in Dragonblood, so vitally important. Does get it up now.
So Supreme has a full raid band and a Blightstone. Plus he brought a couple of mangoes. This
There is Wyvern.
Looking good for Dragon Knight.
Looks like he's going to get traded here. Saberlight clears up Illusion's Shadow Demon, so the 1-for-1 bottom. Top lane seems pretty chill, honestly. BZZ farming very well. 5 CS ahead of the Troll Warlord. I guess thanks to this little range creep being stolen by Vanscore. Doing a good amount of trading and harass. Man, Supreme. Forcing the salve out of 19. Pretty devastating.
Not afraid to use a magic stick. Has 10 stick charges, just uses it straight away. He knows the Shadow Demon will be refilling those stacks. And he can play more aggressive. Citrax, 14 CS, very good CS on Luna at the moment, and has a full creep wave coming to him.
disruption with a couple of stacks from Illusion, but again, you're mentioning these stick charges, 8 up for Saberlight, and a potential trade here. Era Splinter Blast in 2 seconds time, Illusion very low, 4 stacks on Saberlight, and with that Lucent Beam not quite enough damage, they might lose their lives off the back of it. No, they're all fine. Very low HP, I use fine very loosely there. Super close to death, but they are alive at the very least. As the 4-minute rune, 20 seconds away. No one with bottle middle, no one looking to collapse from the side lanes. Everyone's very tied up in their own laning stage.
And Dragon Knight recovered on the mid lane. 2 points in Dragon Blood, allowing him to stay in the lane. Also double damage spawn top, so that's gonna help him get some extra CS.
That's huge for the DK. Supreme, I think, missing a trick there. Probably should have been her rune.
Illusion is dead. Alright, stick plus disruption is gonna keep him alive. The problem is when you're playing against the Underlord, if you can't zone him out, if you're giving levels, some good early CS, like this hero is insanely good. His strength gain is great. I want to see Wyvern. Okay, he did not want to. I wanted to see 1 point in Cold Embrace. It's 50 mana and it's a lot of regen, and your Underlord is very low.
Yeah, it would be good. I wanted that extra damage from the Splinter Blast, it looks like. Mid lane, 19, Supreme. What's it? 1 Fairy Fire each. No real mana regen for either of them. Oh my goodness gracious me, Supreme, leave him alone! He doesn't even have a proper high ground observer ward. What's his actual vision like when this creep wave disappears? Because he's got one on his side. It's just going wild. Bottom lane, more damage being stacked up again, but Illusion potentially a bit too far forward now. Burnt down by the Winter Wyvern. Still has that Splinter Blast to go if he wants to. Looks like they'll salve up Saberlight and make another aggressive play. Maybe dive under the tower now. They have that Pit of Malice catching too.
He's dead.
Era still holding that Splinter Blast. Saberlight just wants to punch down the Luna. Is this, what, 2 clicks to take her down? Maybe 3 now with the headdress regen kicking in. And Era not diving. Saberlight, tons of stick charges. Up to 6. I'm surprised neither of these heroes are falling. Chicken fighters chickening out of potential kills here. As the raindrops on Saberlight, keeping him up, but the final clip from Zitrax takes him down. What's happening?
They're playing a bit too aggressive, which is why one of the reasons why I wanted to see Wyvern getting a point in the Cold Embrace earlier, just to, like, you don't necessarily need to kill him. If they're low enough and you threaten a kill, you can just zone them out. They're not farming, they're afraid of getting closer. Mid lane, Harambe Rider getting closer. Dragon Knight has a point in stun. Siege creep, that's an early glyph on the creep wave.
They'll try and make a play on Mars top as they realize rotations come in mid, but Shadow Demon also making its presence known. Supreme with 2 stacks up, Fairy Fire, but no mana for Refraction, so the disarm onto DK buys a little bit of time, and Supreme gets out with that Fairy Fire. Oh, the final stack of poison, that's enough. Secures the kill, and the Dragon Tail onto the back. Seneko now being picked off by 19. The Dragon Knight's coming into his own. Damage over time with the Breathe Fire, and the final punch out from that long-range DK as Illusion. The salve not enough to get away from Era's Winter Wyvern. And now transition into a bit more tower damage with the catapult still up. Vanskor is here. And Era not really with a great way to defend it.
Rotation from Unique 2. They get 2 kills and they almost take the tower. If tower gets denied, that's gonna be a shame.
Are they trying to kill the DK? The Splinter Blast into the final hit, they do. Very well played. Supreme gets the side blade splashes, the Splinter Blast into a double kill for your Templar Assassin, but the Radiant get the tower kill.
That's what we want to see. We want to see some action. Luna is level 6 right now, so you need to be careful. She's also putting multiple points in Lucent Beam. Like at one point, you just want to go back to farming a jungle. So you want to have Moonblaze ready. Eclipse. Total beam 6 plus a Lucent Beam charge. Like, she wants to be able to zone out a single hero. I don't think you can kill Underlord. Has Magic Wand and infused raindrops, and he is very tanky at the moment.
He absolutely is. So TA now into the jungle. Broom handle up for her. This tier 1 dropping makes it kind of good for her, right? Because there's nothing that DK wants in that mid lane, so the lane's going to always push back up. Supreme can farm that, switch into the jungle, and continue accelerating very nicely. And the DK has moved top, but it's the bottom lane action that we'll watch. Here is Wyvern.
Oh, once
thrown
again.
out.
Oh, God.
Arctic Burn.
Reaction. Arctic Burn. You're flying, so you... I'm done with Mars Arena, man. Like, there's so many times that I've seen throughout this tournament, either with Volrus, Punch, what else was there? Like, anything that flying, toss.
There was a bug with leash. If you were ever leashed up, it counted you as flying or something like that. But I think they fixed that now, so Soulbind and Dream Coil, I don't think they do that anymore. But yeah, there was toss, there was Walrus Kick. There was something else, it was like, I don't know, Shield Crash or something as well, I think, from Pango. Charlie's Troll now back into the jungle, closing in on 10 minutes. We've got a level 9 TA farming through jungle herself. Level 8 Mars sitting pretty up near the top, moving towards his pipe. And net worth, he is top of his team, 3.8 thousand, with DK and Luna struggling just a touch, even after taking that mid-tier 1.
Zitrax really wants to get a kill. Even puts an extra point in Lucent Beam.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Like, you want to have Moonglaze. You don't feel safe with this hero just farming the lane anymore.
Oracle still up 4. Tries to get a bit more nuke now into Vanscore, but Saberlight cannot follow through on it. BZZ doing a great job blocking this Underlord back. Orb of Venom just chasing him down. And it's more space in time for Supreme, though. Charlie shifts down bot. TA has the bounty runes to grab. Now about 1,200 away from that Desolator. I do try and get a bit more pressure on this top tier 1 with the second catapult wave of the game. But I'm a little bit surprised that Dragonite's still playing mid. I would maybe like to see him make that shift back up to top again. You know, you can put your Luna mid, you can farm out mid lane, go back into the jungle, have your DK bot, maybe defend against the troll, or push that top tier 1.
Luna just keeps spamming.
Arena of Blood top. They've got the save onto Saberlight through the Oracle. Now both Dire supports level 6. And a very awkward play from Unique. The Winter's Curse to turn back onto Illusion clears out the Shadow Demon. And now the Eclipse. Zitrax, he's trying to hunt for Seneko, but he's hiding in the trees. Can he get himself out with the Fate Edict? The magic damage will not come through, but the right clicks will. Zitrax does get the takedown as they dive under for a 1-for-1 trade. But the tier 1 still standing at 19. Elder Dragon form ready. Quick little pit of malice from Saberlight. And the rest of the chicken fighters not coming in. They just want to rely on the taxi home. Saberlight is out of there. They'll give up the tier 1, no big deal, because their 2 primary cores are out on the map continuing to farm.
And Luna has a TP. She was recalled by a Chen at the top lane. Eclipse not used properly, but they still got the kills. Getting closer to her Mask of Madness, just needs to put more points into those Moonglaves so she can flash farm the jungle.
Underlord straight back up the top, so the tower not dead. 460 HP. A decent amount of magic damage onto Zitrax here from Saberlight's Underlord. And Era arriving, shoves BZZ back, Vanscore escapes. And they've not got a stun to take down the Mars, and Zitrax also shifts down bottom. So tier 1 top lane defended, and the Dire team very often doesn't care about that tier 1 bottom lane. The strategic advantage of the top, much more important when you've got TA, Troll, and Roshan as these big farming heroes and objectives to keep in the game.
Era has ulted to set things up on the bottom lane.
Sure does. Scouted out by the Shadow Demon. So Charlie, Seneko, Saberlight. They've got 1,000 HP to get through top tier 1. Arena of Blood ready. Chen can't bring anyone top, and he's very low mana. DK has a double damage rune, but you can't really stand and face Supreme's TA. Like, the DK wants to be on this tower right now. He's just a little bit too far away.
That's a full deso on TA, 12 minutes in. which means that in the another 3-4 minutes, if Chicken Fighters get a good fight around the Roche pit,
The diving era.
they can just run into Roche. Once you
Zitrax,
get like 4 points in melt,
it's just dead here.
it's dead, yeah.
What a weird play. They kill the Shadow... they kill the Winter Wyvern with the Shadow Demon, fair enough. But no mana for TP for another 3 seconds. Illusion. Do you just go for it now? He
Might
shouldn't die to
Refract,
Supreme,
melt,
right?
hits, yeah.
Oh my fucking god. He actually dies. That's insane.
It's too much damage.
He's only got 4 armor, poor little lad. Yeah, rip. If Bassi was the old Bassi
The armor, huh?
with a ring of protection, maybe the Shadow Demon lives there, you know. God damn. And Troll Ward has just had a free time, 5.5k net worth, farming back in jungle. You mentioned that Battle Fury into the Sanjin Yasha Satanic that Charlie enjoys to play. It's coming. And both of the saving supports on Chicken Fighters have been positioned very well. And Saberlight defending top tier 1 sends himself back to base, and with TP Scroll can still come out and defend the tower.
Dire's
Arcane
top
Rune.
tower is under attack.
Grabbed up by the Templar Assassin. And this is that period of the game where it feels like Unique want to be grouping up and taking fights, shoving objectives with the DK, with the Mars. But Luna wants to be farming jungle with Mask of Madness. So the synchronization off this Luna pick feels a little wonky. But she'll group up regardless. Showing on the map middle lane. Smoke up from the rest of them.
They already took the mid tower, so there is like no point to group up
Radiant's
around the
bottom
mid.
tower is under attack.
And everyone is on the mid. I guess they're just trying to bait some kind of action from Luna. Or she's gonna farm, the rest of the team goes and tries to take the bottom tower. Scan connects.
It does indeed, but bottom tier 1 down. Seneko spots the smoke. Quick Fate's Edict. Stunned up now. Looks like Seneco's going to get chased down by 19. He's got False Promise though, and Templar Assassin considering jumping in. Disruption's there. An Illusion catching Supreme, but Seneko will be the casualty of war as they jump in with a Dragon Tail. Good bit of malice, but Supreme's falling. He's stuck around for far too long. I don't know what Chicken Fighters were planning to do there. But they lose 2 heroes in quick succession, and Unique, the smoke pays off for them.
Radiant's middle tower.
19 can still jump in. Another jump Dragon Tail after the Blink Dagger. It's a chain feed from the Chicken Fighters.
I like how BZZ was pinging out, man, Moonglaves, you're attacking me, but it bounces to the enemies. Underlord was getting hit by Moonglaves while under Winter's Curse. Very weird interaction.
CF.
Dire's
Chicken
bottom
Fighters or
tower
chain feeders? That was disastrous.
It's also no synergy. You talked about synergy in general and with the items, who wants to do what. We have Templar Assassin with the Blink Dagger Deso. That means that she wants to join team fights, while the other Troll is just farming a Battle Fury.
And he's getting TP'd on. Luna Dragon Knight are hunting for the Troll. Where's he going to show? Back in the jungle camps, level 1 Eclipse here. Dragon Knight invis. And he's got the Dragon Tail. Stun him up, get the Eclipse, the chain stuns, but the Battle Trance, it does come. 14-1 charges up the sleeve of Charlie, but they've got chain stuns for days here. BZZ can spear him into the trees. He's down to the low ground, but still.
Nice play from BZZ.
He's taken out by a long-range stun.
Oracle.
And they find Oracle, BZZ, trying to get himself out of here now. The mech from Vanskor. They don't have Hand of God for another minute and a half, but a spear back sends the TA packing. The Winter's Curse is going to allow Era to get a couple of hits in here, but 19 jumping in. Dragon Tail dodged, I believe, by the blink of Supreme. A little bit odd there and unexpected, but the Templar Assassin stunned up by the Centaur. The high ground maneuver from Vanskor, and they've got the reveal, the Sentry Caesar. Another chain feed from the Chicken Fighters, trying to defend the Troll Warlord, but it wasn't to be.
Supreme had such a nice start on TA, even though he is still on top of net worth every single time TA dies. It just cripples her more than other heroes. She flash farms and Claw picked up by Underlord. Give that to TA, so you have a guaranteed crit. How's Troll doing? Still 600 gold away from finishing off his Battle Fury.
But there is something that's definitely worth mentioning here. You talked about the Luna kind of scaling much more into that late game, but it feels like the other 4 heroes from Unique, they need this mid game to go their way. They need to, accelerate through team fights, through pushing and momentum. Whereas Chicken Fighters, I kind of feel like the Troll TA with the backing of the 2 defensive supports and the Underlord who can scale pretty decently have a better late game than just the Luna on her own.
The cavalry has arrived.
Well, Luna is the ultimate carry here, I would say. Depends how much farm Troll gets. Like 6 slotted Troll with the Basher is insanely good, but so is Luna.
Oh. They see Roshan come out of his pit. In they go on to Seneko, and Oracle shredded. The desperate move from Chicken Fighters to take this Roshan. It's not going to pay off. Winter's Curse is blowing up Luna, but Zitrak saved by disruption in the mech. No follow through as that Underlord sends them all back to Fountain. They didn't want to continue fighting, and Roshan now belongs to Team Unique.
What a weird game. I feel like both of these teams can play much better and cleaner Dota. Like Sonoiko being inside the Roche pit, you didn't deal any damage to Roshan, so there's really no point in standing there.
And there was no reset from Winter's Curse until far too late. It really does feel like they're just off their groove a little bit here, Chicken Fighters. 15 to 10. Slight net worth lead now for the Radiant as Luna and TA both up at the top of the net worth. 19 jumping forward, but scouted by the Dire Observer Ward in their own jungle.
Now you have Luna with Massive Madness about to finish her Manta style on top of Aegis. So that's gonna be a lot of damage. And 19 going for this build on Dragonite. Heaven's Halberd, you benefit so much from this item. Best item you can get here against Troll. And TA, Troll just finished off his Battle Fury farming on the bottom lane. Every single time I see Chicken Fighters playing with Troll, I feel like they're in a bad spot. Like they want to recover, they need a bit more time to fight.
But they do very often find that space for themselves. And right now, towers dropping like flies. Double damage rune spawns bottom. If Unique can go and grab that up, it's going to be a massive move for them to press forward aggressively. And it doesn't look like Charlie or Supreme want to go for it. BZZ leaves it for the Luna.
And now Shadow Demon starts farming. Like Shadow Demon is the key hero here, I would say.
Double damage.
Saving people from Winter's Curse, has Aetherland's cast range talent, and he will get a lot of farm. Just following the Luna, pushing the lanes when Luna can't really show.
He's got a second Aether Lens queued up.
Stack those Aether Lenses.
Stack those Aether Lenses up. They don't stack, but stack them anyway. Well,
Sometimes when I say something stupid, there's probably someone who like thinks, man, I never knew that.
That's so smart.
Because I think it's so obvious.
Yeah. Top lane needs pushing out. Chicken Fighters, no way for them to hold on to their jungle. Seneko is very much hiding on his high ground. And we've got Aegis in the hands of Luna for another 2 minutes 35 seconds. Sableye doing a good job down bottom lane. They know where the Dragonite is as well. But TA yet again afraid. Not much of a net worth lead though. This is the thing with multiple calls on Chicken Fighters. They are scaling on a number of heroes. And that comeback potential on a Charlie Troll is always going to be there.
Roche. I mean, they still have Aegis for 2 more minutes. Full Manta style on Luna. They have Lunar Blessing, extra damage, and they have Alpha Wolf. So Dragonite is going to be below. Man, check his damage.
Yeah, he's hitting for over 225 now. Hellbear attack speed aura. The potato with a cloak aura. High ground attempt as Zitrak's move straight up onto the ramp. 19 looking to bring down his tier 3. We don't have a glyph for the Dire team either. Sableye trying to frontline as best he can while Charlie Troll down bottom, shoving out that wave, and the tier 3 does still stand. Unique has to be wary of this Winter's Curse.
For them to climb uphill, they dealt serious amount of damage to it. Now we're playing against Wyvern and Underlord.
Trying to catch Supreme or maybe Saberlight here. Fate's Edict and the saves from Seneko doing a good job. He's been hit out by the Eclipse though, and forcing the false promise. The racks are falling though, and Zitrax still let Aegis for what, another 1 minute. They've lost their creep wave, and Saberlight, he does die to the stacks of poison all the way in the back. As Charlie returns to base, yes, Saberlight was at his ancient as he died without buyback.
Bouncy, bouncy. Check it right now. This is where she shines.
The Glades are coming and Charlie's falling. The Troll Warlord, he's going to run away. He's trying to turn back in towards 19, but the Dragonite is so tanky and has that halberd, of course, to deal with the battle trance when it comes. Charlie sprints forward, looking for a go onto Zitrax, but the blink turn. The Dragon Tail onto the TA. She's got a couple of spells off down now, so they leave Supreme to fall back. Away to the fountain, but a full lane of barracks 23 minutes in for Unique. Well executed Aegis timing here around the Luna Chen.
They played well when they sieged. They first used the Glyph to deal some damage to tier 3 tower, then they used Pipe to mitigate damage from Firestorm and Splinter Blast. They did not want to use those at the same time. Very cool, cute little play from them. And Zitrax, he's manning up, like he's standing, even though he had Aegis, a lot of the carries would just back off there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
More Lunar Illusions. Shadow Demon farming time, pushing time. Look at that. Shadow Demon Luna. It's been a while since we've seen this, but still as powerful as ever. Okay, it does less damage to towers now. They've nerfed illusions a bit, but still very good at shoving out waves. Smoke on smoke, though. Lacoste Chicken Fighters moving out of their base. Going towards the Roche Pit with a jump onto Era. They found the Winter Wyvern. Unique also smoking and coming from high ground to low ground. And we know what they say about holding the high ground. BZZ has the Mars ulti in the back, but it's the Winter Wyvern forced to cold embrace. Oh, that's not looking good for Era. One more loosened B and a final click out from that. Luna clears her up as the DK. Stunning the TA. Illusion. Shadow Demon disrupted himself, and out comes the flames and fire, the green flame from the Underlord, taking the 1-for-1 trade as Charlie chased by BZZ. Another spear and God's Rebuke not going to connect too well as Oracle Dragontail stunned by 19, and it will be a bonus kill here, it looks like, with no escape from Seneko. BZZ and 19 can chase this one down until the cows come home. Oh, they're even TPing the Dragon Knight over the spear. It's there. Who are they chasing top? They found Charlie Supreme down to half HP on the TA. Vanscore bringing that Dragonite top for the more important kills. Now getting turned around on those. Supreme going forward, but that's a Dragonite with a whole ton of armor. Even with the Desolator debuff, still sitting at 14. Shredding in, he's turned to halberd up the Templar Assassin, but Chicken Fighters battling back. 4 heroes strong, moving on to Vanscore with the minus armor and the right clicks. They annihilate the Chen. And Team Unique,
Chen, I guess,
getting a little bit over aggressive.
And recalling me to the top lane, not grabbing a kill on Oracle. I mean, they still got it, Mars with the spear. This game's far from over. They lost one set of Raxes. And Luna, I saw that she's building towards like this magic build. Cast range, wants to go for Aghanim Scepter. Now he's changing things a little bit.
Butterfly BKB. So I guess you could, disassemble your mom. Head into Butterfly, maybe a Satanic if you want to. BKB is definitely going to be big here. As neutral item time, Lacoste, what have we got in store for us?
It's under attack.
Titan Sliver on Troll already has status resistance from that SNY. Has BKB queued up. He definitely needs a BKB this game.
Spider legs for Oracle. TA Enchanted Quiver is really nice. Get those meld strikes with the bonus damage. Radiant team, Mindbreaker still out there with a craggy coat, while Telescope and Greater Fairy Fire for your Shadow Demon and Mars. And we're going to see another bit of a Roshan battle head-to-head here. Era speared up against the side of the cliff with a Arena of Blood catching 3 heroes inside. The Dragon Tail looking for Seneko's Oracle all the way in the back. Supreme has zoned out the rest on the left-hand side, and this fight is disjointed. Where are they focusing? They want to try and chase the Dragonite, but he's got 2,500 HP. 35 armor. Essence Ring doesn't matter apparently. He's being annihilated.
Chen, 4-shotted by Supreme. Roche will respawn in a minute. Man, Shadow Demon can't afford to jump in that aggressively. Like, he's single-handedly losing them teamfight because he's not getting any spells off. He used Disruption offensively, and then TA just sees the opportunity, jumps on him, and insta-kills him. This Enchanted Quiver on Templar Assassin, extra damage, helps a lot with finishing off the supports.
That's huge.
Shadow Demon has a Telescope, Ether Lens, and cast range down. He really does not need to be in the front lines at all.
Right, 300 bonus magical damage and True Strike. 300 takes Shadow Demon down to 1,000 HP, and then with all the minus armor you got from Supreme, there's only another couple of hits to go as they take down the tier 2 mid. 18 to 16. This game has been so tight all the way through. The Team Unique looking to chase back towards Roshan. 4 seconds until the big man spawns. Zitrax is being found by Charlie. A pit of malice there with Seneko Era both behind. The Luna potentially a spot of bother. Disrupted up by the Shadow Demon now. The save is there, but is it going to buy enough time? No, it's not. Supreme comes through and slays the Luna. Dead for 60 with buyback available, but it looks pretty disastrous for Unique now. A turn and Dragon Tail, but their 2 cores are gone. Chicken Fighters.
What a weird fight. And what a weird item build. Like, Dragon Knight's going for Armlet as his 3rd/4th item. Okay.
They're coming out of their shell.
Wants the armor. But you also need a BKB. You definitely need a BKB.
Oh, it definitely does. Back in we go.
Reason question mark. Why are you guys pausing?
What are we up to? Strategic little talks from the captains as Roshan in the hands of the Chicken Fighters. Aegis and Cheese here for your TA and Troll. Vanscourt Chen, Philosopher's Stone, wandering around in his own jungle. Dire Vision, triple wards all around this Roche area, up towards the tier 2 top. Kind of prime time for them to go and shove the objective there. Troll can connect in onto them. And Saberlight, oh yeah, outpost in 15 seconds. Let's take both of them. And this is now Unique. Yes, 1 barracks ahead, that mid lane completely gone. But it hasn't felt like they've been able to make another move for quite some time.
Chicken Fighters are doing a good job just isolating and killing the supports first, yeah? Exactly what they just did.
Yeah, Vanscourt, see you, buddy. And that means that, you know, that 1 kill means Zitrax can't stay top and farm, Dragon Knight can't move mid and farm, they've all got to move back towards their base. Unable to set up, you know, a base camp, but they can't de-ward, which is what Vanscourt was looking to do. Supreme using that vision incredibly well.
Templar Assassin staying 1 step ahead of Luna in terms of items. Has Enchanted Quiver, True Strike, now it's building a full MKB, and you know that she wants to build that item. It's a very costly item, wants to disassemble Mask of Madness.
I mean, do you consider just not buying it now? Yeah, Luna, what's she shifted into? She's disassembling Mom.
It's a full butterfly on her.
Oh, she's actually gone for it, committed for the butterfly, alright. Yeah, I was just wondering if she shifts away from it. Maybe to think about something else, but there it is, completely done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top tier 2 catapults in. And we've got this double-pronged attack from the Chicken Fighters. Swinging down from both ramps.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
3 minutes on the Aegis in the hands of Supreme. Cheese, Satanic SNY, Titan Sliver. What is it at? 53%. Status resistance galore. And they're smoking down south. Charlie shows mid. Dragon Knight out in the open. TP's back. All the way home. Not going to get found here. And the net is closing in around them. The Chicken Fighters playing like cheeky fishermen. Throwing the net around their opponents, tightening it up. There's no holes to escape. Unique and the little fishies trapped inside.
The only way you farm right now is with Shadow Demon using Disruption on Luna. They're losing the vision game. Look at the vision. Like, it's all chicken fighters at the moment.
It absolutely is. Vanscore still trying to get some D-wards out here. As Underlord shoves that bottom, TP's up to top, and they regroup. Once again, up on the plateau. Now look at Era's positioning. 4 heroes are all pretty tightly grouped up. Era with Ether Lens and Blink feels like he's got a long enough range to engage from, 2,000, 3,000 range away to play that counter initiation game. And he's also hunting down that little creep that Vanscore was dragging waves around with. So they delay the push bottom. DK Illusions will get a bit of shove down there as well. But it just feels like this inevitable choking maneuver from the chicken fighters.
They can only farm when the wave gets close to the tower. Smoke? Age is still up and running for a minute. If they wanted to have a better chance, I would say that they needed to smoke like 30 seconds after.
Dragon Knight. Trying to bait him, it feels like. Radiant High Ground Observer Ward sees pretty much everything, so Seneko very speedily dispatches with the vision. And again, we're left in this position where the Radiant, they see nothing apart from creep waves, and where the Chen is sat, smoked out on the map. Where is Vanscore? TPing back home now. A bottom wave, a massive wave. Okay, that's a lot of farm for Luna. Gathering up that gold. Vanscore pulling out all the stops with his creep micro. And they've bought themselves time. They are still staying in this game, even if they are about 10,000 net worth behind. The Aegis hasn't really been utilized that well by chicken fighters. In terms of taking objectives anyway. In terms of map control, yeah, for sure.
Luna illusions are very strong. The Manta style, those from Shadow Demon. But Underlord just rips them apart with the Firestorm. And this is his job. Like, use it on the illusions. Try to clear them out as quickly as he can. I see Divine Rapier queued up on Luna. Not right now, but after Satanic and Hurricane Pike.
Dire are scanning.
Problem is you do not have a BKB, and they have a Disarm on Oracle, Troll, building a Basher.
They're gonna find Saberlight.
As well, Saberlight is tanky.
Pipe, Solar Crest, popped the 1 charges and the TP out. Drifting away.
Bow to your new lord.
We might be here for a long time, Gary, or the game might end if both teams decide to take a fight. Chicken fighters win. They're just gonna clear them out. TA with the Deso. Chen? Okay, Shadow Demon picked up a gem of True Sight, so they want to get rid of this vision.
On the DK, who's he stunned up? Tempo Assassin in the back. Soul Catcher there with a stomp from the Centaur, but the saves. BKB and False Promise. Zitrax gets the Eclipse forward. Seneko starts up, but his Shadow Emerald up. Still with Wand and Mech, he heals back, and Zitrax is isolated. Supreme will chase him down, and the Luna about to fall. Trap slows galore as the Winter's Curse holds the 2 in place. Mars and SD, no more saves. Illusion down, and the Chicken Fighters, they are doing it. Catching out the Dragon Eye with another little Troll Trap up, and they've got a double kill for Charlie. Chicken Fighters, did they lose a single hero? Lacoste, they got 4 kills in a row.
And exactly as I said, like, this game can just end if Chicken Fighters find a team fight. They're very strong at the moment. Troll feels unkillable. Satanic, Cheese. And this MKB plus Enchanted Quiver just completely removed the butterfly from Luna.
And Luna forced to buy back. Charlie on the tier 3s, and finally the Chicken Fighters breaking this base of Team Unique. Zitrak frontlining as best he can. 3 seconds until disruption's up, but already Luna half HP from this magic damage. No BKB starting to become a little bit of a problem. As Era and Seneko really are pumping that magic damage out quite significantly.
That's the problem with Luna. She always needs like an item and a half, 2 items more than other carries to be as efficient. And like you're playing against this troll with the Basher, even if you get a BKB, it's not gonna help you out.
Unique, considering coming out of their base. They're trying to play into their vision, which is, you know, reasonable. Felt like a pretty good move. But they just can't be feeling strong right now.
Radiant
Mars, the only Radiant hero with buyback. Chen, like 40 gold off of it. But 6 or 7 minutes across 2 cores and the Shadow Demon. Not an ideal situation here for Unique with Supreme. Moving forward, but getting stunned. Seneko has the backup and the save potential. BKB into the False Promise and a decent Winter's Curse, stopping the Shadow Demon from getting any disruptions out. A quick little Lucent Beam holding on to the Eclipse as Era trapped up on the front lines, and now the Eclipse from Zitrax. With that Arena of Blood trapping Charlie up against the side, 19's Dragon Knight can turn and fight. Charlie pops the cheese, has Satanic and Battle Trance both ready, turns and fights. Battle Trance being held, the Supreme being healed on the right hand side, 19 wins Zitrax still pummeling Chicken Fighters, and this looks like it might be going their way until Charlie turns. Satanic on, shredding the DK, and yes, okay, TA jumping forward and annihilating 19 with that minus armor. Luna has nowhere to be right now. Manta starts to get away from the Fortune's End. A Saberlight right-click punch back through with 300 plus damage. Illusion gone. No buybacks available. And Vanscore another one to hit that floor. The Chicken Fighters, they put all their eggs into this Supreme basket, and he is really showing off how he can perform. Mars and Chen, they buy back, but it's really Unique on their last legs. Second lane of barracks for the Chicken Fighters now.
You could see Underlord just standing there between Luna's bounces and not caring at all. Like having Solar Crest, he has almost 30 armor, also providing team with the Vlad's aura, which is pretty crucial. That's the item that you need to have when you have like these 2 agi carry heroes. And this game suddenly feels over. Also, Luna has a lot of unspent gold in that fight. Like even with the Satanic, she just can't match up against Troll and PA right now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tear falls dropping. Zitrax.
She's just running away.
Yeah, can't really turn and face. Even with the Satanic, Zitrax struggling to stand his ground. Vanscore goes Scepter, doesn't even get the mech off. I think it's done and dusted now. Chicken Fighters here in game 3. Very close to securing it with mega creeps coming. A Pit of Malice beautifully placed onto the 2 cores. Arena of Blood there from BCC to buy a bit of space, and they're TPing out. They don't want to give up anything. Saberlight cancels it, and Charlie turns. Disruption onto the Dragon Knight keeps him out of the fight for 2.5 seconds, but it's 2.5 seconds to allow Supreme to clear him up, and there is GG. BCC will be the final casualty of war as a 2-1 victory for Chicken Fighters almost certainly secures them that place in the playoffs.
This game perfectly shows why Luna is not that popular of a